Welcome to another edition of Headlines Nigeria, reaching you from ITI Studios in Abuja. I am Rachel Owa with a quick summary of what's making the news in our national dailies. From Daily Trust newspaper, Jonathan names 2 Supreme Court justices, 2 INEC commissioners. President Goodluck Jonathan has nominated Justice S. Galadima from the North Central and Justice V. Viva from the Southwest Zone as justices of the Supreme Court, following the recent retirement from the service of Justice Idris Kutugi, North Central, and Justice Bio Aderemi, South Central. In a later address to the Senate President David Mark, the President also nominated Muhammad Ahmed Wali from Sokoto State and Christopher Okubai Magan from Nasarawa State as National Commissioners for the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC. From the same paper, Soludo dismisses Akunyili's comment. Former Governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria, Professor Chukwuma Soludo, has described Sunday's insinuation by the Information Minister, Professor Dora Akunyili, to the effect that he sent talks to disrupt her sister's burial as laughable. In a statement issued by his media aide, Mr. Bonaventure Miller, Soludo denied the allegations and described the minister as a woman of unending quarrels. From the Nigerian Tribune, don't flirt with governors, Jega warns resident electoral commissioners. The chairman of Independent National Electoral Commission, Professor Tahiru Jega, has cautioned resident electoral commissioners over their relationship with governors. Jega gave the warning yesterday in Abuja when he inaugurated 16 new resident electoral commissioners at the commission's headquarters. He said reports reaching the commission indicated that there is need for such caution. From this day newspaper, Yerima called others NAPTIP to join suit. A federal high court in Abuja yesterday ordered that the National Agency for Prohibition of Trafficking Persons and Other Related Matters, NAPTIP, be made a party to a suit filed by the registered trustees of the Supreme Council for Sharia in Nigeria on the marriage minor case involving former governor of Zamfara State, Senator Sani Ahmed Yerima. From the Guardian newspaper, government restates pledge to attend MDGs. President Goodluck Jonathan yesterday reiterated his administration's total commitment to the full implementation and successful attainment of the Millennium Development Goals (MDGs). He told Professor Jeffrey Sachs, Special Advisor to the United Nations Secretary General on MDGs, at the Presidential Villa yesterday, that he had already scheduled a meeting with stakeholders as part of efforts to ensure a massive reduction in child mortality and improving maternal health within the next 6 months. From next newspaper, Nigerian leaders are lazy, says Ribadu. Lazy Ribadu, the former chairman of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, yesterday accused Nigerian leaders of intellectual laziness. Speaking at the 13th annual Wole Soyinka lecture commemorating the Nobel laureate's 76th birthday, Mr. Ribadu said that an economy that depends solely on oil and gas is a sign of lack of economic imagination and ambition. He said it is a sign of mental laziness. From Vanguard newspaper, Khan condemns Jos killings. President of Christian Association of Nigeria, Khan, Pastor Ayo Orisejafo, yesterday condemned last weekend's killing of 8 persons in a fresh violence in Maza village, Jos North local government area of Plateau State, by yet to be identified assailants. He said he would work with the President of Supreme Council of Islamic Affairs in Nigeria and the Sultan of Sokoto to rid the nation of religious violence. From the Punch newspaper, JAMB to release results few hours after conduct. The Registrar of the Joint Admissions and Matriculation Board, JAMB, Professor Dibu Ojerinde, has said that the body was working on modalities to release the result of its examinations within a few hours of the conduct of such examinations. And in politics, this day has this caption, 2011, key Northern PDP leaders rethink strategy. Some key Northern politicians, both serving and former office holders, are weighing the option of giving full backing to President Goodluck Jonathan to run next year, but with a proviso that he would not seek a second term in 2015. From Punch newspaper, Osun PDP has not endorsed governorship candidate. The Osun State Chairman of the People's Democratic Party, Alhaji Ademola Razak, has described the insinuation that inter-party crisis is rocking the state's PDP as a figment of the imagination of professional detractors. Vanguard has the caption, Delta lawmakers abandon sitting as protesters seize assembly. Hell was let loose yesterday at the premises of the Delta State House of Assembly as protests by 3 different groups forced the lawmakers to abandon sitting. A group of protesters sympathetic to Mr. Kingsley Phillips, who was declared the winner of the Ika South House of Assembly election by the Court of Appeal, but yet to be sworn in, forced themselves into the office of the clerk of the House, demanding the clerk to swear in Mr. Phillips immediately. And in business, Punch newspaper has this: mining Nigeria to access $80 million World Bank grant by 2011. Nigeria will access an additional $80 million grant to facilitate the development of its steel and mining sector by the first quarter of 2011, Minister of Mines and Steel Development Musa Sada has said. From the same paper, low energy generation threatens Vision 2020, ECN. The Director of Renewable Energy, the Energy Commission of Nigeria, ECN, Professor Emmanuel Bala, says the nation's dream of becoming one of the 20 top economies in 2020 is unrealistic, except the nation raises its present energy generation by over 500% in the next 10 years. From this day newspaper, Nati, CBN can't account for $16 million oil money. Nigeria Extractive Industries Extractive Initiative (NATI) said yesterday that based on its audit of transactions in the oil and gas sector between 1999 to 2004, the Central Bank of Nigeria (CBN) could not account for about $16 million which the oil companies claimed they had paid into the treasury. From Daily Trust newspaper, federal government releases 80,000 metric tons of grains. President Goodluck Jonathan has ordered the release of 80,000 metric tons of assorted grains from the National Strategic Food Reserve to ensure availability and to help reduce the effects of high cost of food in the market. And in sport, the Guardian newspaper has this caption, Falconets can tame Mexico, says Ntieru. As soccer-loving Nigerians focus attention at the German city of Bochum this afternoon for the last group match involving Nigeria's under-20 women's team, Falconet, and their Mexican counterpart, former handler of the women's senior team, Super Falcons, Coach Effiong Thieru, says the girls can cage the Central American side. From the Guardian newspaper, Megeri Obaseki Amu joined NFF presidential race. From Daily Trust newspaper, kidnappers release Lulu's mother. From next newspaper comes this story, Taiwo close to Madrid switch. And that's it in Headlines Nigeria today. I am Rachel Uwa. Thanks for logging on.